Hello friends, this is my third video regarding the tips for success in mathematics, and I have explained to you that why I am explaining this in the beginning is because once you know the proper method of studying mathematics, it is going to really help you. At least it will solve your 50% of the problems, and rest 50% of the problems will be dependent on the understanding of the examples, basic rules, basic formulas, right? So let us see how you prepare for the test. In the first two videos, I have described how you prepare yourself while you are at school, how you prepare yourself while you are at home, while doing the homework and all of the stuff. So now, once when you have a test and how you are going to prepare for the test. First thing is, while you are practicing at home, I will say, take your own test. When you are taking your own test, then you will know whether you are able to do the examples, whether you are able to remember the basic rules, whether you are able to formulate the strategy or not. So open up the book, go to any chapter, and randomly select an example, and try to do that example. That will show you are able to do the strategy, you are able to make the use of formulas and basic rules. You are able to find out first which basic rule or which formula is going to apply to this, and this will help you because this is kind of a simulation. You are simulating the exam atmosphere at home. Do the example in a required time which you get in the test. Like I will say, take 7 8 examples, and if you are given like say 1 hour time in the test, try to do all those 7 8 examples within 1 hour, something like that. So when you are taking the test like this, when you are simulating the whole atmosphere at home, it will really help you when you are going for the test. You will be confident, you will not be having any kind of anxieties, and you will get a good result for that. Estimate when you will have the test. Now what happens is, when teacher is teaching you a chapter, um, you will know the speed of the teacher, whether teacher is going to finish this chapter within 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, or what. Depending on that, you will know. Suppose teacher is finishing on the 7th day, when after the start of the chapter, then you will know at the end of 7th day, that is on the 8th day or on the 9th day, approximately you will have a test of that chapter, which gives you proper time, and you can schedule yourself, you can organize yourself for the studies of the chapter. Because otherwise what happens, many people they study at the last moment when teacher announces the test. Okay, tomorrow we have a test, and then they start practicing for that test under pressure, because then they know they do not have much time, because the next day or the day after they have a test. But once you know the teacher is going to finish the chapter in approximately on the 7th day, then you will expect the test on the 8th or the 9th day, which will give you around 8 or 9 days to practice and properly, and do all the examples, and that makes you more confident, right? Third point is, check and recheck your work. Do this at home, and this makes you an habit. Uh, what I mean by this is, when you are doing examples at home, check whether you have done any mistakes in calculation, whether you have made the use of formula, wrong basic rule, or check and write down step by step. And if you are going step by step, then you will know, because then you have to apply a lot of formulas and basic rules in every step. So once you are going step by step, you will know, you will understand math in a proper way, and you will know whether there is any error in, like say, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, or in any kind of polynomial examples having a power. So always check, recheck your work at home. Once you are doing at home, what happens is, when you are doing this regularly at home, what happens is, slowly, it gets inbuilt into your system. So even if you don't remember, you will start checking your examples once you have finished it, and this makes an habit because it is already now inbuilt in your mental system. So this is going to be very helpful, and this will ensure that you are doing your examples right at the first attempt, and which saves you a lot of time. Doing this step by step is going to be very important. Then next point is read question very carefully and understand. Make strategy. When you are given a question, either in a test or when you are practicing at home for the test, I will say read the question first time, second time, third time till you understand it properly, till you can formulate a strategy. You can find out which basic rule, which formula you are going to use first, what will be your strategy, because sometimes you will have to find out 2 3 other things to arrive at the final solution. So this is very important. Read question very carefully, understand and make strategy, right? The next point is draw figures and sketches when required. This is particularly very helpful when you have word problems, because when you have a word problems, it describes, there is a lot of description in this, and sometimes it is very difficult to understand the description. So when you make a sketch, when you draw a figure, then it will help you. You can have a block diagrams or a flow chart or something. Make use of many symbols and formulate a strategy, because that will help you to understand the problem, because you are breaking down the problems into small steps, and once you do that, the figures and the sketches you have made will help you to understand problem very easily, and hence you can find out your strategy. You can find out the basic rules, basic definitions, basic formulas which you are going to use, and hence your example will be correct. And when you practice this a lot of times, it is going to really help you later on in life when you are working or when you are in university, right? Next one is redo questions till you understand it. Sometimes what happens, example is very difficult, and once we do it, we do not understand properly because we have taken help of somebody. So on our own, we cannot do that. So I will say try to do that 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and understand every step, every word of your solution. And that will, once you have done it enough time, it will give you a proper understanding of all the basic concepts, basic formulas you have used, why you have used that, for what purpose you did it, to find out something or to find out from something the right answer, right? So this is important. Redo questions till you understand it, particularly for the difficult ones. Now this is also very important. Sometimes we can see a question can be asked in a variety of different ways. There are like 3 or 4 ways to ask a same question in different ways. So what I will say is do all the examples as much as possible. Even if you have finished all the examples from the book, do from the other related books, and categorize the different types of problems and different varieties of problems. Then you will know that same question can be asked in a different ways. For example, in solving a linear systems with 2 variables, those questions can have a question from the arithmetic, based on arithmetic, like 2 consecutive numbers you have to find. It can be based on certain chemical composition. It can be based on speed and time. So same question can be asked in a different ways. So understand this and categorize and see that how the same question can be asked in different ways. The last point is do not cram. Mathematics you cannot learn by cramming like other subjects. No. You have to understand the question, you have to understand the basic rules, you have to understand the formulas. And when you can do this, when you are able to do this, is when you are doing regular studies all throughout the year. Right from the first day to the last day of your exam, you should study regularly. Some people do this way, that they will say, okay, I will study just 5 days or 4 days before the test. No, that is not going to help you, because then you are cramming. So I will say, do regular studies right from the day first. Make your notes, make your do examples, put them in a binder, write them down in a notebook. Keep that for the final test, because then you can refer it. Make a separate notebook for all the basic rules, all the basic formulas. Try to remember this, try to read those formulas so you don't forget it. And when you have the final test, you are up to date, you are confident that I remember the rules, I know how to solve different examples in a different which are asked in a different ways. So this will make you very confident when you study and when you prepare for the test in this way. Okay, I hope you have understood this. So from now onwards, I will start with certain chapters and certain questions, and we will see different types of examples. Okay, thanks, bye, have a nice day.